Before oil revolutionized the economy of the Gulf island state of Bahrain, it was best known throughout the world for the quality of its pearls. Today, this is Bahrain and its capital city, Manama. For the past 20 years, it's seen a building boom. This island state covers just 700 square kilometers, the size of Singapore, so land is at a premium. And old buildings and heritage sites have been the first to be threatened by developers hungry for scarce land. To the rescue, Sheikha May, author of 10 books on Bahrain's history. She has risen to the post of Minister of Culture and Information in the Bahrain government. She has been the driving force behind creating Bahrain's first World Heritage Site and rescued the old quarter of Muharraq from the demolition ball. Sheikha May's commitment to preserving Bahrain's heritage had a very personal beginning. It started when she discovered her grandfather's house had been leveled.
They demolished the whole house. It's my grandfather's house, and there was only tiny land left. I bought the land and established the fair center.
Britta Rudolph from Germany has worked with Sheikha May for 5 years.
We are now in historic Muharraq, in an area called Farish Sheikh Abdallah, and this is where everything started. This house we're seeing here is the Sheikh Ibrahim Center for Culture and Research, formerly the house of her grandfather, which was the first building she reconstructed to create a new cultural center in Muharraq.
There are now 11 renovated houses that have become the focus of community life. There is a children's centre with a library and internet services, a poetry centre with meeting rooms and language classes, and in the Sheikh Ibrahim Centre, a large auditorium for lectures and presentations. There's even a water garden, much enjoyed in the summer heat. Bahrain's history goes back much further than the 200-year-old streets of Muharraq. There are traces of human occupation stretching over 7 millennia. This Portuguese fort, a World Heritage Site, was built on the remains of a settlement that's over 6,000 years old. It was occupied by the people of Dilmun. What little we know about them comes from the excavation of the fort settlement area. And these densely packed funeral mounds. The graves are now threatened by the need for housing. After surviving grave robbers and 6,000 years of wind and rain, the last 50 years has seen around 75% of them destroyed.
If this heritage is lost, we can't replace it. We can't fit it anywhere else. This is the issue. If we consider that humanity's history is a book, this heritage represents 2 or 3 pages of this book, and if we take them out, it's lost forever.
The cornerstone of Sheikha May's heritage policy is getting public support. The minister's conviction is that creating an awareness of the past is essential to national identity.
You know, the identity of any country is very important. And if we continue demolishing the original places, houses, or we will not have any memory. So we have to fight and to be strong. And I believe it's the same mission for the Minister of Defense. His mission is to protect the boundary. But in my field, we have to protect the identity of this country.
Sheikha May's government has now bought up the land threatened by developers and is seeking World Heritage status for the site.
Heritage preservation is not an aim in itself. It always has to be preserved for somebody who values it, who understands it, and who uses it. So we are preserving mostly for the Bahraini citizens. We are involving them, trying to get their opinions and their expectations, and then we can help to provide sites that are not only nice to look at, but that can be used in daily life.
The Bahrain Fort Museum is a focal point in the evening for its cafe, a stroll around the fort, or just relaxing on the adjacent beaches.
It was initially designed as a museum to explain the values of the archaeological site, but it has now become a very lively center where the community meets in the evening. There's a coffee shop with sea view. We are organizing children workshops there in arts and other cultural themes. So it really has drawn together the community and become a new spot in the social and cultural life of Bahrain.
At night, in the heart of Muharraq, the coffee shops still fill with customers, as they have done since well before the building boom took off in Bahrain.
I'm proud of the past and the present. I even take greater pride in the past than in the present because of its heritage and the kindness of the people in Muharraq. I take pride in them.
It's changed my life completely. There is a lot of responsibility, a lot of effort, but I'm enjoying what I'm doing. What I want to pass as a message, through the culture or through the arts, we speak the same language.